Keegan Murray had a meteoric rise to the top of this year's NBA draft. Being considered a surefire top 10 and possibly top 5 pick, Keegan and his twin brother Chris were not highly touted coming out of high school. They chose to go to a prep school to get more offers instead of going to a D2 school, and now, after an awe-inspiring season, Keegan is in this position now. And we're going to discuss how and why Keegan Murray is the best all-around player in the 2022 NBA Draft. Keegan Murray this past season was a production monster. He put up numbers of 23.5 points, 8.7 rebounds, shot 55% from the field and 39% from three, and he also touted a 63.8 true shooting percentage, while being first team All-Big Ten, a consensus first team All-American, a finalist for the Wooden Award, winning the Karl Malone Award, and winning the Big Ten Tournament MVP. Oh yeah, and he led the country in scoring. And piggybacking on the leading the country in scoring, he was also 4th in points per game and in points produced, 9th in points produced per game, while leading the country in PER, win shares, offensive win shares, and win shares per 40, as well as offensive blocks plus minus. All of this while leading Iowa to finishing 4th in the Big Ten in the regular season, and then leading them to a Big Ten Conference Tournament championship and the 5th seed in the NCAA tournament. Now, with all of these stats and context, let's get into what made Keegan so productive and what will translate to the next level. In Keegan's freshman year, he was a role player playing with the National Player of the Year in Luka Garza. Even in that season, he had a hell of an impact despite playing only 18 minutes a game, averaging 7 points and 5 boards. He popped on the screen with his knack to make things happen, like making good cuts on drives, slipping screens for dunks, and being a defensive playmaker.
Young trying to dance with the dribble. Bohannon took it away. Murray, who came in, got 2 and a foul.
Blackshirt lob, tough catch by Midgard. He made it, but he had it rejected out of there.
But this year, man, was he in his goddamn bag. Starting with movement, Keegan slides and glides all over the court. He's an easy and fluid mover that's pretty bouncy too. This fluidity on the court makes him a guy that is very, very versatile and could be put in multiple situations on the court in an NBA setting.
This wasn't a real play so that nobody would get mad.
It might be, so we're probably both in trouble.
Probably. Going to be boycotted by the Poughkeepsie State alumni.
Let's talk about the offensive bag. This man shot 58% at the basket. 58% at the basket. And a lot of that is attributed to the fluid movement that I just discussed. He doesn't have a ton of flash and frill to his game. He just makes quick decisions and effective moves to get open looks at the basket, whether that be him working out in the post or attacking off the bounce, off of screens, or just running the floor and catching lobs. Taking a step back away from the basket, Keegan can shoot the leather off the ball. As I stated previously, he shot 39.8% from three. And with Keegan being an off-ball player, the ability to catch and shoot is imperative. And he can do that.
Can he do it again?
Yes.
Yes, 4 straight trips. He's made 3 of them.
Payoffs at the next level.
There's Murray, 5 to shoot, launching again, hitting again. Ties the game at 36. He's got the shot. There it is from the corner. Steps back and hits the 3.
Keegan also provides the value of passing the basketball too. While he only averaged 1.5 assists per game, he has some passing chops. He's not at this point a player that's going to be an offensive hub, but he's a smart player that wants to make the right play. He has the ability to grab and go and make some solid decisions while running the break, and he showed the ability to make cross-court passes to the weak side when defenses try to load up on him.
Michigan 0 for 3 from deep to start. Rabracha beating everybody down the field.
Because of that position, he's able to get 2. Extra pass, Bohannon in the corner. That 3 will drop. You're not going to down the rebound.
Keegan Murray to work. Leaves for Rabracha up against Williams.
Another factor in the lore of Keegan Murray is his defense. Keegan is the size of your prototypical wing in the NBA, 6'8", 215 pounds, and he has about a 7-foot wingspan. And he moves really well and has good hands and is a defensive playmaker. Keegan is really good at help defense, racking up a ton of blocks and blowing up actions. On ball, he has the ability to guard forwards and some of the bigger guards on the perimeter, and he's really solid overall defensively, and I think that helps with his all-around game.
Haven't seen enough of him attacking the defense. Bryce McGowan's no field goals in the first.
He also knows that these guys have to develop into their own team and identity.
Davis, off balance, wanted to coach.
Keegan Murray is a low-maintenance combo forward who can provide production without a ton of dribbling or a specific situation to be catered to him to be good. He's a definition of a plug-and-play piece for any team, especially teams that already feel as though they have their main piece already or have a franchise ball handler. With that being said, let's look at Keegan's best fits within a top 10 and who they would be. Sacramento Kings. The Kings want to make the playoffs. They've been in basketball hell for the past, 16 years? With failed picks, bad trades, and a whole lot of losing. In this past season, they decided to start their rebuild. Not even rebuild, I don't know what to call it. The Kings are a mess. They decided to go forward with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis as their two core pieces, alongside players like Davion Mitchell and Harrison Barnes. They don't have a ton of depth on the wings, and they really want to make the playoffs. So go get an instant impact guy if that's really your goal. Second would be the Detroit Pistons. With the uncertainty of Jeremy Grant's future with the team and the Pistons rebuilding and him not really being on that timeline, they could possibly trade him and get some other chips and things like that, and they could fill his spot with Keegan Murray. He's a similar type of player with a similar type of skill set, and he's younger, cheaper, and he fits their timeline a whole lot better. Lastly, the Indiana Pacers. Like I mentioned earlier, instant impact. And pairing Keegan Murray with a guard like Tyrese Halliburton next to a guy like Miles Turner, I think those are really good building blocks towards a Pacers rebuild, really. And other teams, like any team past 7. The Blazers, if you keep your pick, go get them. The only team I wouldn't say would be the Pelicans. Pelicans good down there in the forward room. The Spurs, go get him. He's a Spurs type of player. The Wizards, you can go get him too. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think down below. What kind of player you think Keegan Murray is? What is his best fit? What does his future look like in the NBA? And appreciate all the support as of recently, man. Really appreciate y'all. Road to 500. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hit 500 before the draft. We can do it, man. Sub up, like the video, comment down below. And until next time, folks, stay cozy. I done hit the mic. I'm doing all types of wild shit. My bad. I'm gone, y'all.